Alright, what's going on? I'm back. I'm in Michigan. I just got some new mics. How I got these were through a video contest that I entered. The video contest was through the Final Cut Pro Summit, Global Summit, sorry. Final Cut Pro Global Summit. It's like this little class type thing. They kind of teach you about everything about like Final Cut Pro, but they had like a little contest for a video, you know, see if you can make a decent video, and apparently I won. I got third place, I think it was. So they ended up sending me some free mics. They're not, you know, cheap mics. They're actually pretty decent. They're, you know, around like 300 bucks. They're the Saramonic Blink Pro B2s, Pro X, something like that. Obviously I'm gonna show some B-roll and whatnot. Honestly, they're nice. I haven't had a problem with them yet. I haven't really used them too much. Right now it's super windy, so hopefully you guys can see what, you know, is all going on. This is the mic. As you can see, I got the little windscreen on and everything, so hopefully you can hear me good. Hopefully you're not hearing any wind or anything like that. That's Susie eating deer poop. She loves Michigan. But yeah, man, here's Susie. By the way, that was a left-handed throw, sorry. But yeah, so these mics, I did make a little list of things I want to kind of go over on them. Just some of the features and whatnot. Let's see, got them all right here. So it's a dual lav system. In other words, it has two mics. So if I needed to like do like an interview type thing, I can mic up two people and, you know, get both audios. Which brings me to my next thing, which is the mono stereo. The mono stereo is in other words, I can kind of control, like, let's say somebody is talking and another person is talking on the other mic. I can kind of control like who I want to prioritize and who should be more important to listen to, or, you know, cut out background noise or whatever. So that's a good feature, you know, obviously to have. It comes with two lavs, which are these, or receivers, whatever you want to call them. And then it also has a transmitter, which I have on my camera, which I'll show you some B-roll of that and show you what it looks like. It almost looks like this, essentially. Now, it comes with some ports. It has a jack for lav mics and headphones. So in other words, like, obviously I know I keep calling this a lav mic, but the lav mic is the actual like cord that, you know, you see people having all the time, like in case you want to just clip it on your belt loop or something and then just run it through your shirt, and then you have the little lapel like mic right here. I didn't need to use that today, so I figured, you know, just leave it back inside. It does come with a charging box, which I am very thankful for that, because I almost bought the Rode Go 2s, and obviously those are separate charging, like you have to plug each one in. And then DJI came out with their version, and their version almost got my money. Like, almost before I got my NTG, I ended up almost purchasing the DJI mics, which obviously I'm kind of glad I didn't, because, you know, as fate would have it, I would get these. So the charging box, you plug it in and you charge the box itself. When charging that box, you just layer things in there, so it just kind of just lays in there, and then, you know, just charges. All right, hold on a second. I gotta play with this dog a minute. Hopefully you don't hear her ball in the background. Susie, come here. Give me that. Give me that. Oh my God, dog. Come on. You are so loud. Look, you want a stick? You want a stick? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I had to take Susie's thing. But yeah, so Less than 3 hours to charge. It says 2.5, but a lot of people give it the benefit of the doubt, obviously, for 3 hours. So it's not bad, actually. I mean, if you think about it, especially when you just drop them in the box and then set it there and just go do your thing. It has a lower latency, so obviously my voice, like the moment I'm talking to the receiver, to my camera, to the recording, it's not gonna have like that lag. It's gonna sound a little bit better. This next little feature, I'm kind of iffy about. It's the auto switch on. So the auto switch on tech is obviously what it sounds like. It automatically switches on once you pull it out. I don't know if I like that. Now, it's a good feature to have, so you don't have to you can just kind of run and gun. You just throw it on there and go. But in my opinion, let's say you pull it out and then you just set it down and you get caught up in something like your settings on your camera, like setting your white balance and stuff like that. You're losing battery because it's just sitting there. It's a good feature to have, but I think that you should be able to turn it on and off. Now, as far as turning it on and off, I don't know if you can do that. I haven't messed with it that much. So maybe that's something I'll look into. And if there is, then I will go ahead and post it in the comments or something. Looks like my dog's back in the woods. Come on. Ready? No need to sync. What that means is you don't need to sync the receivers and the transmitters together. You literally just pull them out, put them on the camera, connect it to the jack, and then you're off to go. Like, there's no having to sync anything. How long do these run for? It says it runs for 10 hours, up to 10 hours. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be recording for 10 hours, but it's good to know that that's there. Maybe you might have like a long interview or some type of wedding or something, and you want to keep the groom or bride, and you want to keep the broom. Yeah, let's keep the broom. So you might want to keep the groom or the bride mic'd up and just not having to, deal with, taking them off, take it on, put it on, take it off, all that bull. That's pretty decent wind right there. So there is separate charging. You don't have to use the box, but I don't know why you wouldn't. Separate charging is, good, because maybe like you only use one lav mic like I am right now, and you just need to charge this and you don't want to have to charge everything. You can just plug it into an outlet or plug it in the computer or whatever. So that's pretty nice. Let's see. The screen. So it does come with a little screen, and it does have like these little levels on it. You can see the levels bouncing up and down on the mic as I'm talking. On the other end, on the camera, you can see both channels. It'll say A and B, and that's for both lavs. So both lavs, you're able to read the recordings and see like if anybody's peaking or if anybody's, messing up or anything like that, or if you need to turn it down or turn it back up or whatever. It's pretty cool. I do like that. You can change the backlight so it's off, on. I mean, there's a couple different settings on here, stereo to mono, like I was saying earlier. Now, when I first opened it, this was almost like I can't really say a deal breaker because I didn't buy them, but it would be a deal breaker for me if I were to buy them. I didn't think you can mount it to a cold shoe mount, and that would have been trash. If I would have had to tie it to, like a cage or something, or carry it around next to it, or just have it dangling, I would never, ever advise somebody to buy these. I found out that the little clips on the back are just big enough, and they have like actual little grooves on it that you can actually slide into the cold shoe mount. And that's another thing. These, they clip on. And then the same thing with the lavs, which, another thing, so the lapel, like lavs, they actually included that in the kit. Like, you don't have to go out and buy them. Like, in that $300, like I know with like Rode, like the Goes, like you have to buy the lavs separate. It doesn't come with a charging box, like I said. The lavs actually come with the whole kit, so you don't have to shell money out for that. Anyways, back to the other thing. The clip does slide into a cold shoe mount, so you don't have to worry about that. You can put it on your camera, a cage, or whatever. You can change the settings on screen. So on the transmitter and the receiver, you can just hold down like it's the plus button right here, and it'll take you to your settings, and you can just kind of move around and adjust them and put them to like however you want. Like I said, the backlight, the mono stereo, you can check the version, so if you got to update it. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my daughter. It connects to phones as well. Now, with the phones, they have a separate cord, and that kind of confused me at first, because when I first plugged this in, I accidentally grabbed the specific phone cord for it, and the specific phone cord for it will not work on your camera. Like, I plugged it in, it was not reading, and I was getting very frustrated, but then, I just kind of looked at the other cords, and one said, phone, and I was like, oh, okay. Duh. You gotta be smarter than that, Marcus. So it does connect to the phone. It connects to your laptop too. I mean, same way, like you just kind of connect it through a cord, the audio jacks and whatnot. In other words, there's different, you can use it on multiple things. I got these through FCP Global Summit. I edit on Final Cut Pro. I'm always gonna find Final Cut Pro things to do. And I found that by following the Final Cut Bro. I think I want to say it's Dylan. I can't think of his last name. Dylan Bates. I'll put it down here below. But anything you need to learn Final Cut or Apple Motion, which is something I do want to learn next, he's got you covered. Overall, I think that these mics are great. I think they're fantastic. Obviously I haven't tested the Rode Go's. I haven't tested the DJIs or nothing like that. If these mics are anywhere as good as those or better or anything, I would like to know. So if you could just, post in the comments or, reach out or something and let me know what you think. Have you even heard of the Saramonics? Me personally, I'd never heard of them until, I got them. Honestly, I think I'm gonna keep looking at Saramonic instead of, Rode and stuff like that. Other than that, here's Susie. Oh, one more thing I want to test out is it says it goes up to 100 meters. So 100 meters, obviously I don't have a meter stick with me. So I'm gonna run up here, up to the driveway, and let's see how well it picks up. Let's see. Susie, come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. Oh, here she comes. She's so fast. Oh my God. Whew. All right. I'm gonna give you guys some B-roll of Susie. All right. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Peace.